hear you're challenging Jimmy Garoppolo for his quarterback job. How's that going?
Definitely not doing that. But no, I had a little fun today during the walkthrough and just threw a Hail Mary out there and got lucky, I guess.
How far did it go?
I think we were on either our own 40 or 50, something like that. So nothing too major. Just gave it a chuck and prayed that it got there.
Who came down with it?
You know what? I didn't see because I just turned around and Jimmy started joking with me about it. So I didn't really see where the ball landed.
You guys had some issues with the cadence early in practice yesterday. Jimmy and Cabo talked about it, but was it Jimmy who got the offense together after practice to go over those things? And how important is it for a quarterback like that to take over that sort of role and responsibility?
I mean, it's huge for us. Jimmy's as hard of a worker as you get in the game, and has done a great job of taking command of this football team. And we're trying new things, working through some stuff, and it's only first couple weeks of doing it all together. And we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be all right. But yeah, it was Jimmy and the rest of the group wanted to get it right. We don't want to leave the field with doing something the wrong way. So we made the corrections necessary and we're ready to hit the ground running.
Kyle said maybe he hadn't emphasized cadence in a few days, and maybe that might have been the reason why it wasn't maybe at the forefront of your mind. Have you noticed that, and there are other things that you've noticed just early in this process that you're adjusting to along those lines?
I don't think it's anything necessarily that's too specific, but it's just the total package. Like it's just that's the way football is. If you let your mind slip on one little thing, you always have to make sure you go back to your basics, make sure you go back to the drawing board and what you truly need to do. And that's just all that was. It was just guys thinking a lot, trying new things, and working through the technique because this is the time of the year to do that. And it'll be all right for sure.
When we last talked to you, you were excited to play with Joe because all your college coaches had talked about him. Since then, we've seen on social media, it looks like you guys are best friends or brothers, or I don't know. What's that relationship been like?
Yeah, like I said, like I anticipated before I got here, Joe is the best, and we've hit it off great. Joking with everybody that he's my new best friend and I'm his, and it's been a lot of fun. It's great to have somebody to be close with and also have the experience that he does and the knowledge that he does and be able to bounce things off of him that I'm working through and that I'm trying to do. And, he's been there for me every step of the way, not only from football but also in getting acclimated and having fun here in the Bay Area. So he's an awesome guy, and I'm very, very lucky to be in the situation that I'm in.
I guess Jeff Quinn is following this from afar, and he said that he knows that Joe has a show, the Joe Show, and he says that Mike needs to have a Mike show. And then Jimmy just walked in and said that you guys need to have your show. So is that going to be in the works?
I don't think that's my decision. I'm going to let Joe make that. He's the guy at the forefront of that. He's had the Joe Show running for a while now, and I'm in no place to take that away from him. So he's good at what he does in that regard, and we're going to keep it that way. And why why fix it if it's not broken?
Which one of you guys picked the karaoke song?
You know what? It was a collaborative effort on the way over there. We had just plugged in an aux cord in the car ride over, and we're joking around, and somehow got onto the boy band theme, and everybody kind of played, and he said this was the one that we're doing, and so we just kind of ran with it. It was a lot of fun.
He said you're like his little brother. You've never been a little brother. You've always been the big brother of the family. How does that feel now? It's nice.
It's nice to have, like I said, somebody to bounce things off of, somebody to learn from, somebody to look up to. It's really, really cool. I don't think a lot of rookies get as lucky as I've been to be coming in here and have the relationships that I've already have, especially with a guy like Joe who's been there and done that and had great success. So I'm very, very fortunate to be in the position that I'm in and have the guys that I have in our locker room. It's been awesome so far.
Can you give us an example of maybe something on the field that Joe's helped you with as you acclimate here?
Well, we sit next to each other in the film room, and so anytime we see anything that, I do or I haven't said anything to him yet, so I'm going to hold off on that for a while. But no, anything that I've screwed up or anything that I need to, smooth out, he's always telling me, giving me tips and pointers, and he'll be out there right with me before practice starts. I'll ask him to come out with me, and we'll go through footwork or we'll go through how things need to be done and slow it down a little bit before we get into practice, and that's just almost every day. So he's been great with that, and he's been great with me, and I'm, like I said, very, very lucky.
What's been the most challenging part about learning Kyle Shanahan's offense?
I don't think it's necessarily It's football. It's all the same kind of concepts that everybody's been used to, but it's a little bit different of technique, and I think the verbiage is just all you got to get used to. For O-line, I don't really have to know like where the formation's going all the time, or I just need to know which direction and who I'm blocking and the snap count. So it's just a matter of getting the verbiage down and having it click in your brain and get ready to just cut it loose, and that's all you can really do.
When you were at Notre Dame, did you have an older player that you leaned on like you are with Joe?
I had plenty. Yeah, I was very fortunate at Notre Dame to also have that kind of thing. From the moment I started there, I had Zach Martin, who, I think he's now going to be the highest paid guard in the NFL. He was a fifth-year senior when I was there. Ronnie Stanley was a 6th overall pick a couple years ago, and Zach's younger brother Nick is one of my best friends, who I leaned on constantly at Notre Dame from the time that I got there till to currently. So.
Mike, what are you going to do the next 6 weeks? Are you going to go back home, stay out here?
Yeah, so I'm going to head back home. Still settling on places to live out here, so don't really have a place to stay quite yet. But I'm going to head back home. I got a huge, like I'm sure I've told everybody here, I got a huge, crazy family that I'm going to be spending most of my off season with, and training every single day and getting down to the Jersey Shore for sure.
You haven't signed your contract yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that concerns you? Or, I mean, the way that it's set up, it doesn't seem like there's many contract disputes anymore. So.
No, I mean, it's not. I really don't know. I really don't know what's going on with it. It's not my job to decide for that. I have people that do that for me, and I'm here to play football, and that's what I'm going to do.
You obviously built chemistry with the guy playing right next to you, and it seems like there's sort of a rotation going on at right guard. Is that, I mean, I don't want to say weighing on you, but is it made things a little bit more difficult throughout this process to not know necessarily who's going to be lining up next to you, and how do you build those relationships?
No, I don't think so at all. I think we got the guys that we got rotating in there with Mike Person and Josh Garnett are phenomenal football players in their own right, and both of them are great at what they're doing. They're fighting it out, and they're going to continue to help this football team win. And the guys that they have, they're making my job easy because I'm still on the learning curve, and I'm still got to step my game up. But those guys have been doing a great job, and I'm not concerned with that at all.
Couple more?
You mentioned the big family. We talked before about how you used to play football with them when you were young. Now when you go back, I know a lot of guys are either ex-college players or current college football players. Can you work out with them? Do you still, does that bond still stretch to this day?
Yeah, absolutely. Half of them are now retired football players, so the workouts have kind of subsided. But the younger ones I still try and take under my wing a little bit back at home. And the 3 that are currently in college are actually lifeguards on the beach patrol down in North Wildwood. So they spend their time on the beach and enjoying their summers for sure.
Who are the 3 in college?
My brother Frank McGlinchey, Pat McCain, and Jake McCain. They're 2 of my cousins. We all live together down the shore in the summertime, and they join the beach patrol and get to live the dream for the summer.
Awesome.
Yeah.